In 1985, A.C. Greene was drafted by the world champion Los Angeles Lakers. He was 21 years old, fresh out of college, and tried to make his way on a team with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and Earvin Magic Johnson, two of the giants of the NBA. But A.C. met the challenge with David and Goliath-type determination.
I didn't know how it was going to happen, what was going to happen with my teammates when I first got here with the team. But one thing I told myself was I'm not going to hide my Christianity.
A.C.'s first test came in his second week with the Lakers. One of his teammates told him he had a phone call from his dad. But when he got to the phone, the line was dead.
I come back into the gym a couple minutes later, and all the guys are looking at me and laughing. You know, they got one on the rookie, and so, you know, I'm like, okay. And so one of them hollers and says, AC, who was on the phone? And, you know, I told them, well, it was my father. And they looked and they started laughing, you know. And then I looked up, as I said, my father, I looked up toward the ceiling, and they knew who I was talking about. I was talking about Jesus. And they looked and I said, he's ready, he wants to talk to you now.
And the Lord has been talking to the Lakers through AC.
Well, AC is probably the most respected guy on our team, and he'll reach out his arms and his heart to anybody. You know, he's a special individual that I think when God created AC, he created a man who was going to go out and spread his word and help people. And that's what AC is doing. He's really not only on this team, but everybody in the country and the world.
I don't preach, you know, to try and condemn them or their lifestyle. I try and share the love of Jesus, but also if there's something that needs to be changed, you know, inside their own, maybe their own attitude or heart, you know, and I feel God, the Holy Spirit leading me, you know, to tell them something there, you know, sure enough, I'm going to mention that to them.
One of the toughest challenges for AC was developing a relationship with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, a man who changed his name because of his Muslim faith.
It's been a real adjustment in that sense, but now, like I said, it's a great deal of respect on both sides, especially with Kareem and myself. You know, we have different faiths. I changed my name too when I became a Christian. You know, I started following Jesus. I was no longer just AC. I became a born-again Christian and man of God.
AC also became a warrior. That's the nickname Laker coach Pat Riley gave him. And while Riley was referring to AC's defensive battling on the court, AC has found a different meaning in the name.
I think it's appropriate. You know, I like pattern my style of play, my mentality, you know, after a lot of the men that I've seen inside the Bible, God's mighty warriors. I think really you have to be very aggressive, and you have to know your tools, you have to know, you know, your weapons of your warfare spiritually.
This warrior's battlefield is the NBA courts across the nation, and his mission is to break down the barriers and share his life-changing faith in Jesus Christ.
I think that's why God has really placed me, you know, on this team and inside this league, because primarily most people know of the NBA players as stereotype, quote unquote, as fast cars, you know, drugs and women, and that's the way, you know, the stereotype has gone. But I think God has a different plan. You know, I believe, you know, that he's placed me inside this league for a reason. That's to change things. You know, that's to see his godliness, his holiness, and his goodness start coming inside the league. I really believe God is going to change things, but he's just looking for a few mighty men that's not afraid to, you know, stand up for him and make it known and not compromise.